Welcome to another video. I am down the River Wye again today. I'm out today with a friend of mine called Keith, a chap I came guiding with about a month or so ago. He's invited me for another session down here, so here we are. As you can probably hear, it is blowing quite strong today. We've got some funny weather. We've got some thunderstorms, heavy thunderstorms, possibly today, tomorrow and Monday. It's blowing a gale, as I say, you can probably hear that. It's rained in the night, and you can probably see through there the river. It's the colour of sort of, I don't know what to say really. It's sort of a reddish cup of tea. It's at this height, you should almost be able to see the bottom, but it's coloured up ridiculously. I can only assume it's this landslide that's happened in one of the tributaries, and it's all washed through, or who knows what. Perhaps the farmers' fields have got nothing in them, and they've all washed off. Who knows? But there is literally a centimetre of visibility. It's nothing. It's coloured. It's come up last night, as I say. It's not very warm either. It's about 15 degrees, 14.9 the water. I've got no reference point, but it feels cold when I'm in there, so who knows how well we'll do. But we're here to do a bit of barbel fishing. Certainly looking at the river, that's the plan. Fortunately, I left my float gear in the car because that's not going to happen today. But yeah, we're in the familiar swim. I'm sure you'll recognise if you've seen previous videos. Might be a day for doing a bit of roving though, with the river so coloured. I think some of the other swims might come into play, but we'll perhaps base ourselves here and we'll have a little bit of a rove about. So what I've done to kick things off, just got out with a bait waiter out in the river, put half a dozen bait droppers worth of sort of mixed pellets in and a bit of hemp. Kickstart the swim. We're going to go and have a look, I think, on the Croy, just perhaps drop a little bit of bait into there, but I don't want it to detract from this swim because that's only about 40-50 metres upstream. There'll certainly be some barbel in here, whether we can get them going or not, who knows, but fingers crossed we can. So here we are out in the river. Gear wise, I've got my Dower Infinity Evo £1.75 test curve rod, Dower GSBR LT 3000 reel. I'll stick all the information, all the stuff I'm using, down in the description. I thought to start off on the method. Again, if you want to see how I tie this up, I do it a little bit differently. I'll link you in up there and down in the description below to a video over on the Fish and Chips channel. I showed you how I tie this up, but I thought I'd go on the method first, just see if we're getting any attention to that big ball of bait, because as you can see, it's very, very coloured. So this will be quite interesting first cast really, to see what happens. I've got a hooky thing off here somewhere. This would be nice. Just to pull that thing up. Oh, thanks mate. Have a bucket off there. Yeah, it'd be quite interesting to see if this tip starts rattling. As I say, the river's come up, but it's just dropping off now, just fining down. So whether it'll clear too much or not, I'm not sure, but let's just start getting some rain again this afternoon. Oop. No, it was definitely a thump, wasn't it? It's like 30 quid, and we'll be in the same place. No, I think I'm going to stay there. Okay, cool. Suit yourself. Okay, I think that's on, isn't it? Yeah. Oh. We're in. I think it's a chub, but we're in. Well, it felt like a chub. All of a sudden, it's not feeling like a chub. It's either a chub or a little barbel.
Seems a bit more of a barbely kind of bite.
Yeah. Well, we're in. It's been a wait, but we're in, and yeah, it does. Suddenly, doesn't feel like a chub anymore. It's not really chubby conditions though, so. Yeah, this is not a chub. It was sort of shaking its head at first. I think it's sort of a £4 barbel is what it feels like. If I was to guess the weight. Just kind of give up again now. No, it's a barbel, isn't it? I haven't seen it, but chub don't tend to power off like this one, didn't it, do they?
Yeah, it's one of them bronze things, which is lovely.
I tried to sneak him in then.
You did. I wasn't going to bump him off though.
Got him.
Happy days, well done, sir.
Thank you very much. It's a start. It's been a wait, as I say. It's a start. Well, as I mentioned, bit of a wait. Not really had many knocks or rattles. I've stopped fishing the method. I've dropped the bait down about 2 foot, 2.5 foot. That was on a source pellet, 14mm source pellet. He's a nice fish. I did think it was a chub at first, but it's sort of, after the first 5 seconds, you know it's not a chub. That's about that. Very wiry fella, but yeah, from the Chocolate River. Fantastic. Well, hopefully that means they're on the feed. Cracking. Right, we'll give him a rest up. We'll get him back. And this one's, he fought like he was a bit cold.
A good nick though.
Yeah, cracking fish, isn't it? Beautiful. Right. Go on, chap, off you go. Can't see anything. See ya. Come on, mate, definitely your turn now.
Okay.
Well, it's definitely a bite.
It was.
But I'm definitely snagged.
Yeah, definitely a bite.
I can't feel a fish. All right. That was a bang. So I've gone back on the method because I've just had a bite and I struck and it was just solid immediately, and I've had to pull almost for a break, and the hook link is separated, so clearly it was a hook bait that was stuck. But I had a bite. If the hook bait stuck somewhere and I'd had a bite, and it tells me that perhaps it was a feeder bite, so I've gone back on the method. So it's been a bit quiet. There we are. I've had a few knocks, but no more fish. So I had a bit of a move a little bit further upstream to the Croy. Just going to fish this crease coming off this Croy. Just see if we can do any good off here. Just going to drop this in. Just there, not far. Feel that down, see what happens. Hopefully there's some fish in here. I did come put some bait in probably a good hour ago now, maybe an hour and a half. So we'll just see if anyone's at home. I've still got a method feeder on, but I'm fishing a normal running ledger rig effectively. You in? Yeah. Ooh. Brilliant. Right, on my way. Nearly there, mate, nearly there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right. No worries. Let's get this
Just
fella
nearly
in.
broke your little finger. Would you make strikes again, mate?
You're off the mark. That's all right. Well, we've had two.
Yeah.
It was actually. Well, there we are. I'm not sure how much we got on camera, but he's. It's been a bit of a wait for this one. A bit lively, as you can see.
Certainly very welcome. It's been a tough day with the colour of the river, but we've persevered.
We have.
There we go.
And fingers crossed it's turning around a bit. The water's warmed up a little bit. And yeah, you've had a bite, haven't you? And then this one.
Yeah, I've had a bite, missed it, and then this one about pulled the rod over. So happy days. Well done, Mr.
Fantastic.
Barbel.
Lovely job.
Okay.
Drop him in there, mate. Even though he's very frisky, we'll give him another
very
rest.
Frisky.
So, a bit of an update. It's about 5 o'clock-ish, something like that. It's been really hard this afternoon. We've moved about, we've tried a few swims, as you've seen. We've been on the Croy twice, nothing doing at all, not even a tap on the Croy. We know there's fish in here, hence sticking it out in this swim, although really it's only one rod swim. We've been taking it in turns in here. Yeah, it's been really, really difficult. We've hardly had a touch. But I've looked on the local telemetry data. There's a station near here that you can get a lot of readings from it, temperature, dissolved oxygen and turbidity, like the colour. And looking at it last night when this rain fell yesterday evening, the oxygen levels plummeted, absolutely plummeted. So I think that would explain what's happened today. The dissolved oxygen is through the floor. It has started to pick up a little bit again, but I think that would explain why we're really, really struggling. It's certainly not temperature. I thought it was temperature earlier, but it's not the temperature. It's the dissolved oxygen. I'm pretty sure. That second fish we had, the one Keith caught, took about 5 minutes to revive him. He kept going belly up, and that would indicate oxygen level problems. But we gave him sort of 10 minutes in the net, and he went back fine. But yeah, it's been a funny old day, real struggle. But we've got a couple of hours left, you know. We'll stick it out and hopefully have another fish each, perhaps. That looked like a bit of a knock, didn't it? Certainly the feeder moved. But getting a few taps. Typically I've just put a normal feeder back on. Standard feeder, cage feeder. And it did look like it was getting chewed. It certainly moved then. I think next cast will shorten the hook link right down. I'm wondering if the ground bait's been coming off the method feeder a lot quicker before they've sort of had a chance to find it. And I've put a standard feeder on, normal cage feeder, and they've been able to find it this time. It's been in long enough, perhaps. Certainly getting some knocks, which I haven't for hours. fish. A fish. A fish. Well, that worked. Wow. Absolutely fantastic. Ooh. Well, this is no chub. Yeah, or just changing things. Change it, change it, change it, change it. For me, if it ain't working, looks like it's done the job. Absolutely fantastic. You all right? Well, it's no monster. Just trying to get under my feet. Blimey, suddenly woken up. He had one look at me and then tried to get around my feet. He's trying to get around your feet now, look. Come on, get off my feet. Talk about under the rod tip and literally under my feet.
He's pulling a bit, isn't he?
Come on. Nope, he ain't quite done yet. Try and get him in quite quickly because of this lack of oxygen. Got him.
Well done, that man.
Thanks, mate.
Well persevered.
Well, it's that. I think it's that. Well, this has been a long wait. A really long wait. He's actually very lively. As you saw in the fight, he was trying to get around our feet. We'll try and have a quick look at him. As I say, he is very lively. There we go. That's about that. God, very tense, as you can see and hear, I'm sure. Long, lean fish. Perhaps they've come on a bit now. But yeah, just to change to the standard feeder, I think it's just giving them long enough to be able to find this bait rather than the method feeder. Hopefully, anyway. It's about 7:30 now. We're going to call it a day. That's been a tough one. No more action. A few little taps and rattles, but nothing really. We could stay a bit longer. We can stay an hour after sunset, but it's just not fishing today at all. It's not fishing, and I think we're gonna call it a day. But yeah, it's been very enjoyable. Had a couple of fish. Quayside one. So no one's blanked. That's the main thing. I had a nice day. Been chatting away. And I've met up with a couple of guys came down who I'm on here with tomorrow, doing some guiding tomorrow. So hopefully they'll have a better day than I've had today. We'll try and make sure they do. It's going to be very, very wet. It's going to be chucking it down with rain all night. This river's going to come up. Hopefully they'll put the oxygen levels up, because I think that is the problem. Fingers crossed, as I say, we can have some fish out tomorrow. That video will be over on the Fishing Tips channel. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Tight lines, enjoy your own angling. Many thanks to the channel patrons for your wonderful support, and I'm going to get out of here before I get eaten to death.